It has been a while. I don't know, 2 weeks? It's been about 2 weeks, right? Welcome back, everyone. Let's just get straight into it. I'm not gonna blabber. Hello, you beautiful f***ing nerds, and welcome back to yet another horror analysis. I hope you like the new setup. New house, new me. I haven't changed one bit. Anyway, I was watching Sleepaway Camp with my fiance and realized just how gay it is. And I thought that would make a great video. And so I'm doing this video now. Now, Sleepaway Camp is one of the staple slashers of the 80s. From what I can tell though, it's not nearly as known for the general audience as Friday or Nightmare on Elm Street is. Now, this movie doesn't hide its gayness under a fine layer of subtext like other films do. This makes it extremely clear that it is a queer movie. Sleepaway Camp was made in 1983, directed by Robert Hiltzik. The film is capitalizing over the ever-so-present slasher genre, specifically the summer camp setting. One thing I love about this film is that it uses actual children to play children in a summer camp for children. Crazy, I know! The film synopsis is fairly simple, spoiler alert, and I wouldn't normally do a spoiler alert for a 40-year-old film, but this one deserves it for its ending. Anyway, Sleepaway Camp is the story of a pair of siblings going to summer camp, and murderous shenanigans ensue, as it usually did in the 1980s. I'm surprised slashers didn't make summer camps go out of business. Anyway, the film begins with a gay father playing with his children on a lake, and a sudden horrible accident occurs, killing the father and one of the children. The pair of siblings are a boy and a girl, and it is never made clear which one of them dies up until the present day of the film, where we are told that it is the girl that has survived. Alright, strap in. We are about to go to Queer Analysis Land, and I am your host, Professor Gay. Yes, many people have said that I should call myself Professor Gay again. The child that was actually killed was the girl. The boy then was taken in by his very weird auntie, who always wanted a little girl. She then forces the little boy to present feminine and always refers to him as a girl, essentially being a girl in every aspect other than her body. I don't know what pronouns I should use with her. Do you see where I'm going with this? The mother subtextually represents the conservative-natured ideology that only two genders exist, and she forces a certain gender on her nephew that he does not identify with. This is quite a clear analogy for trans people, even if it is flipped on its head entirely, with it a new gender being forced on someone who identifies as something else, rather than someone picking up a gender that they always identified with. The mother is the weirdest character in the entire film. Just the way she moves, talks, gestures, and yeah. She's intentionally designed to make you feel uncomfortable, and we do find out why later on. The gender that was forced on the young boy, and now Angela, for years has made him internally angry and resentful of any and all opposition that would arise against him. Her. I don't know. This fully comes into fruition when Angela goes on a killing spree in the summer camp throughout the film. The killings are always justified from her point of view, as she murders the chef that was going to and every other kill in the film, save for maybe the last one, is justified in the point of view of the character. There is also this aspect of murder mystery throughout the film between the cousins. We know that one of them is doing the killing, but we do not know which. I personally thought they pulled a Scream and it was both of them doing the murdering. Now allow me to quote, "Even if this movie was subversively queer positive, why shouldn't we view it as transphobic?" he goes on. But the issue of transphobia, while important, might also be beside the point. While horror movies provide many things, moral instruction isn't usually one of them. As Sontag says, camp is a solvent of morality. It neutralizes moral indignation, sponsors playfulness. A more rational response. Both trans and queer identities are innate. With Angela being trans has been forced onto her as opposed to something she adopts herself. In a 2011 interview, Hiltzik says, "There are definitely gender conflicts going on with Angela, starting at an early age. She was exposed to multiple sexualities. Her father was gay. Then she was thrust into a gender transformation, whether she wanted it or not. One last thing, I promise, just one more quote. I don't think Hiltzik originally set out to direct a pro-gay slasher. After all, the queer and transgender elements are meant to shock the audience. But given the other sexual deviations in the film, homosexuality seems tame by comparison. Right, so Sleepaway Camp is a great queer slasher. We knew this. The elements in the film are extremely in your face and full force. Angela's father is very explicitly shown to be gay, as they are shown in a flashback to be in bed with another man. The same man we see at the beginning of the film. It could be argued that the film antagonizes trans ideology by having Angela, a trans woman, venture on a killing spree. However, homosexuality does indeed feature heavily for a film that was made in 1983. This isn't something you see all that often in today's media, let alone in a slasher of the 1980s. One interpretation I like to think about is that being trapped and forced to be a gender that you are not may or may not cause you to become a slasher villain, murdering kids and adults left and right. If you look at the film that way, you can get a much better understanding of being a closeted transgender person, and it is one of the reasons I adore this film so much. Now, I know we are focusing on the queer aspects of the film, but this is genuinely a really good slasher in its own right. It is a great murder mystery, much better than Friday the 13th, and the kills in the film are extremely creative and memorable. And it has the types of kills where you go, ooh, ah, fuck, that's a hell of a way to go. I just improvised that bit, I don't really. The main driver of the film is the mystery aspect and how there appear to be characters left and right that are way more intriguing than the regular slasher film trope characters. And in my book, makes this film extremely worthy of a watch, not just for horror lovers from the queer side of life, but horror fans in general. Thank you so much for watching this return to form video. I should be back to making videos weekly, although this is coming out on a Friday or tomorrow, Saturday, I don't know. I might publish it tonight. And the schedule is a little bit thrown off now, as I was previously publishing on Wednesdays, but because of the move, I couldn't until now. So I don't know what's going to happen, but weekly videos are going to continue, whether that will be on Fridays now or whether I'm going to go back to Wednesdays from next week. I have no idea. Depends how much time I have left on my hands. We will see. Thank you everybody so much for watching. If you like this video, then please hit the like button, subscribe, and go fuck